Okay, what about this, Teresa? If someone can't get into that position, what we just talked about, what would be some of the reasons why, and then how would you address it?
Okay. So there are usually two things that go wrong with a movement. So such as a squat today, you have to have a lot of postural integrity. You need to be mindful of your movement. Squatting is not an easy movement. We see everything under the sun. As a physical therapist and as a strength coach, and you can probably relate to this, you see a lot of different kinds of squats, a lot of fears behind squatting. But there's two things that usually go wrong. Mobility is one, where it's not an act of will, it's not an issue of will, like, I want to get my arm over my head, I want to be able to squat below parallel, but I just can't do it. And so they don't have the range of motion. And with the squat, there's a few areas you might not have the range of motion. It might be in your ankles, okay? So if you don't have the range of motion in your ankles, if your ankles cannot dorsiflex, we call it, that's a problem, okay? So you should be able to dorsiflex your foot, so your ankle, your knee should be able to go in front of your toe about 4.5 inches without your heel coming up, okay? If you cannot do that, then you have a mobility restriction in that ankle or somewhere in that area, okay? You need to have mobility in your knee. Can you flex your knee? Bring your heel towards your butt, no problem, you know?
Yeah.
Can you straighten your knee? Right? Can you rotate your hip? Can your hip actually rotate internally and externally? Typically, we like to test, 45 degrees this way, 45 degrees this way without, compensating. Yeah. So without, totally trying to diagnose your movement by yourself, the biggest areas I see with squatting is the ankles. People don't have the ankle mobility. And so they feel like they get to a certain point and then they stop and then they start to go back like this and they turn, it kind of turns into this bent over looking squat. The second thing is the motor control. So the motor control is, you got the ankle mobility, you've got the hip mobility, your body doesn't know how to do the movement. Like, you're aware of what the movement should be, like you've seen your coach squat, but your body just isn't able to do it. And that's where motor control comes in, and we all have those issues somewhere with some movement. And that's why coaching, everyone needs a coach, because it's to make you the most efficient human being. It always helps to have someone help you out and point out, like, try it this way, think about these things. Yeah. You want to optimize your body for the rest of your life and have the most efficient movement pattern and be pain-free. Sometimes it takes a little bit of help. And the motor control piece, I'm telling you, with most musculoskeletal injuries out there, is the biggest thing. If you feel that your mobility is restricted, like you're having a hard time with figuring out, is it maybe a motor control issue? Maybe you just learned that word today. Is it a mobility issue? And you've been working on this for a while, then you can contact us, movement-rx.com. We've got phone number, you can email us, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. So I would like you guys to check out Body Temple System, especially if you want individualized one-on-one care, because these guys pay attention to detail, they really care, and very interested in learning, and already have put out some really amazing athletes doing their one-on-one work.
And if you guys are wanting more direction with how to improve body composition, how to decrease fat, lose weight, then please, we do a free fitness strategy call. You should be able to see the link in the button below. Click and fill that out, and we'll get on the phone and we will help you personally over your specific goals and issues that are going on, and we'll come up with a plan so that you can have the body of your dreams and you can move the way that you were meant to move. So,
sweet. High five.
That was awesome.